Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Har HaBayit, number 8. Must the Korban be brought Raiach, Nichoach? When the Korban is brought, must it be considered to a sweet scent to Hashem? Now this certainly sounds more like a philosophical hashkafa topic than a halachic topic. Yet 200 years ago, this was part of a raging debate between the Gedolim. Rav Tzvi Kalisher wanted to reintroduce the Korbanot in the 1800s. He spoke to the Gedolei Hador about it, to Rav Akiva Eiger, Sam Sofer, and there were a lot of issues involved. One, is the Kedusha still there in the Mikdash? And as we discussed previously, most poskim say the Kedusha is still there, and therefore we could bring Korbanot. That would not be an issue. What about the Mizbeach? Can we identify the exact place? That was another issue. The Bigdei Kuna, the clothing of the Kuna, was a third issue. And the status of the Kohanim. Do we know 100% who the Kohanim are? And will we allow them, based on that, to perform the Mikdash perform the Avod in the Mikdash? And finally, the status of Tum'ah is another issue. Yetz Hashem will address all of these issues, but the most fascinating topic was Raiach Nichoach. Would the Korbanot be accepted by Hashem? Now, one would say, what does this have to do with halacha? We do the mitzvot, and hopefully Hashem accepts all of our tefillot and our mitzvot and our Korbanot. So the Aruch Laner said we cannot bring Korbanot. Why? Because by this mitzvah, and only by the mitzvah of Korbanot, the pasuk says, "L'Raiach Nichoach Hashem." The Korbanot must be a Raiach Nichoach, a sweet offering to Hashem. And the Mishnah in Zvachim actually says that when one brings a Korban, he must have kavanah, intention that it's a Raiach Nichoach. And the Rambam actually paskins this way, that the Korban must be brought with kavanah, that it's a Raiach Nichoach. So you'll say, fine, let's bring the Korban, have in mind that it's a Raiach Nichoach. Why should that be an issue? The Aruch Laner says, in Bechukotai, it writes that once the Korban Habayit occurred and the Mikdash was destroyed, the Korbanot are no longer accepted by Hashem. They're no longer Raiach Nichoach to Hashem. So the Aruch Laner said, this is not just a philosophical point, it's a halachic point. If Hashem is telling us that the Korban is no longer a Raiach Nichoach, a sweet offering to Hashem, then we cannot bring it. Many poskim argue with Aruch Laner and sided with Rav Tzvi Hirsch, at least on this issue, and said, we have to do our part down here. And we have to bring the Korban. We have to have in mind it's a Raiach Nichoach. We have to have the precise place in the Mikdash and go through all the technical details of the Korbanot. And then, of course, we hope and pray it will be a Raiach Nichoach. And when Hashem decides it will or won't be, that's Hashem's domain. And we cannot mix Hashem's domain, how He reacts to our mitzvot, to whether we perform or not. We perform the mitzvot, and then it's up to Hashem how He accepts it. While the Aruch Laner answered back that in this specific mitzvah, we can only bring a Korban when we know it's Raiach Nichoach, and the only way we'll know that is when there's Nevuah, where we are told by a Navi that the time that is no longer Raiach Nichoach has ceased to exist, and now it is a time of Raiach Nichoach once again. So it's an incredible topic, a combination of halacha and hashkafa combined. The Aruch Laner held that the two must be synthesized, while the other poskim said no. We bring the Korbanot, we go according to all the technical details, and then we hope that Hashem accepts our Korbanot. It's Hashem where we reach this man, where we have all the details and we have a clear sign that the Korbanot are Raiach Nichoach, so that Hashem will accept all of our Korbanot. Shalom.